as much as we would want to say that 5G is the driver for the industrial use case, it's actually not true. The drivers in the industrial use case are better need to handle information, to handle video, to handle mobility, and 5G is pretty much comes at the second step to augment these kinds of technologies. In the main market focus for us in the industrial use case, we were actually quite surprised to see that wireless usage was incredibly small. So perhaps we were reading too much of our own industry newsletters, but LTE or even Wi-Fi, which are typically mentioned, were not really that integrated into the industrial world, at least the one that we see. For our customers, and again, I think that's quite different from telcos, the choice of technology for wireless is a second priority question. That means very few factories would come to us or even to our SIs and say, hey, we want a 5G network that does 1, 2, 3, and 4. Most of these customers, if they understand at all the subtle difference between different wireless systems, are more concerned about, hey, how do I make my robot move through the production floor seamlessly without disconnect? So how do I get the right video feeds to work in a reliable way? And then, so it's really more about the end case. After that end case is defined, you got to make sure that the network is the one that is reliable enough and optimized enough and secured enough to support it. So services first, infrastructure later, while in the telco world is build it and then they would come. Open RAN actually opened up the door for companies to specialize. So we are today less involved, or I dare say even concerned about things that are happening on the radio side. So open radios, there are very good companies and there's a very strong ecosystem. And more we can actually take the availability and the openness of these radios for granted and focus on what we want to do, which is cloud-based software. That Open RAN really paved the way for 5G to be deployed as a software application, or in our case, a cloud application where we literally, as an enterprise, you can download our 5G network from the marketplace. So that now companies like ASOCS were pretty much taking for granted the underlying virtual operating systems, if you will, from the likes of VMware and other companies that have already hashed out a lot of the complexities. And frankly, we can actually not just focus on building the best 5G software, but spend a great deal of our time even going up the stack in terms of integrating AI and other complementary technologies to the mix. On the enterprise level, in the private network sector, our challenges have to do today more with the adaptation of specific use cases, with figuring out the right business models for the deployments. This year, the real challenges have to do with market education and with training of system integrators who are now absorbing these technologies to create better products. Hank mentioned some of the interfaces that are making this industry possible. I can mention as an example also the O1 standard, which I think was a brilliant move moving forward. And now basically all these different SIs are coming to us and we just say, hey, there's an O1 northbound interface, just tap into it and get products up and running. So ORAN has been, while it was very focused on the telecom industry, maybe without even knowing, has actually opened up the door for making 5G really, really easy on the enterprise. For enterprise is making sure that they can deploy it and they can maintain it and they can leverage it on their own. So having the sense of control, very few enterprises will know what a CU, a DU, or a RIC controller, or even an open radio unit are, but they do understand capacity, they understand service chaining or service slicing, perhaps not in the 3GPP manner, but in the way that they can understand. So they do understand the utilities of 5G, but they're less interested in perhaps some of the topics that we addressed today. So our job really as mediators is to translate not just the acronyms and the topology of ORAN and vRAN into the enterprise world, but also to make it easy for them to deploy it and to control it as they control storage or any other IT service they have. If 5G networks are to provide value for enterprises, it needs to improve their information quality. Right? So over the original SCADA in the Industry 4.0, but in any other, it needs to present better business opportunities. So any industry that has lack of visibility or ability to analyze information which is generated from machines, and I always give that example, information from humans is frankly not that valuable as people think. People complain about $100 a year storage of all their memories on Dropbox, but the value of a machine operating or the value of a video surveillance camera from a perspective of information can be incredible. So the commonality, what drives other enterprises is anywhere that you have to connect video, as an example, to AI, that's where 5G would come in.